following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free. That's 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, yesterday, the world rate of infections, now this is not new infections, this is the total number of infections from the COVID, was 318,491,885. And then the number of deaths in the world from the COVID was 5,534,550, covering up the number 52. Okay, as of this morning, we're already at 322,053,936, so it's gone up by 4 million since yesterday, infections, and the deaths have gone up to 5,542,807. So the deaths haven't gone up very much in comparison percentage-wise as the number total. So I'm assuming that most of those are the Omicron, which are very infectious but not as deadly as the Delta variant, so that's kind of interesting. And the total number of new cases in the U.S., the total number of new cases since yesterday was 780,444. All right, now, some of these are kind of scary. California went up 104,461 new cases yesterday. 104,461 new cases. I'm assuming, again, this is Omicron, but they only had 146 new deaths. And then Texas went up 71,669, 115 deaths. Florida went up 55,573 infections. I didn't write the number of deaths down because it was like 3 or 12 or something like that at that time. New York went up 61,416 new infections, 184 new deaths. Illinois went up 37,043 new infections, 169 dead. Pennsylvania went up 26,795 new infections, 150 dead. North Carolina went up 44,833 new infections. I didn't write down the number of dead because it was below 50. And then New Jersey had 23,172 infections, 23,172 infections, and again didn't write down the number of dead because they had so few, just a dozen or so. All right, and so this is kind of a new picture of what's going on here, and hopefully this means that the end is coming, and not the end of the earth, but the end of this pandemic, and that'll be a good thing. And so we have to work at this because it'll keep coming. You've heard me talk about this many times. And of course, this is in my, new CDs, which are, and also, which I say in the book and so forth that I'm working on, but also the new CDs that are ready. We have most of them are ready. The newest ones will be ready by the beginning of next week. We've approved the cover. We've done all the editing, and so they're printing them like crazy right now because we figure there are going to be thousands of them go out the doors, so they're printing lots of them as we speak. And, of course, you have to remember, you go back to the beginning of time, there were trilobites. There's over 25,000 successful species of trilobites, and over 500 million years ago, they all died. Not in one day. It took about 100,000 years for them to all die out. And then the dinosaurs, there's 1,200 successful species of dinosaurs, and they were around for 235 million years. The last dinosaur died 65 million years ago. okay? And then we have the dead zones, which there's 401 dead zones, and there's more and more dead zones coming along here. The reefs are dying, and they all died from the same thing. They didn't die from pollution. They didn't die from global warming. I mean, come on, how many people had wood stoves and cars 500 million years ago? So you can't blame it on global warming, okay? That's nonsense. Basically, they were dying of hypoxia because the glaciers blocked the surface water and the silt, which are the minerals, which were forming dams in front of the glaciers, cut off the food supply to the plants in the oceans and the swamps and where most of the life was on Earth, and the plants couldn't make oxygen. So all these animals died of hypoxia, okay, including the trilobites, the dinosaurs, and the dead zones and the reefs. The coral polyps, they require a lot of oxygen, but when the algae, okay, is dead because they can't get the nutrition because either glaciers and our men making dams for irrigation and flood control and also for hydroelectric shut off the water and the food supply to these plants, they can't make oxygen, and that's why all these species are dying. Well, we're next. You've heard me say that many, many times, and so we really got to be careful here, okay? We have this new CD set out, Health Crisis in the Church, Health Crisis in the Church in America. It was 2 hours. No, I take it back. It was like maybe 4 hours. It was two-hour Zooms that I did in Texas in a year's time, and the soundtracks were taken off and made into the CDs. And then before that, we had the soundtrack and Zooms for Praise the Lord and Past the 90s, a DVD and a CD. And then Dr. Wallach's Laws of Photosynthetic Disruption and Global Warming. Oh my gosh, all this information can add 25 to 50 years to your life if you just follow the steps properly. You can save yourself and the people you love. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific Time at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. If you're interested in a smooth, delicious coffee but have concerns about caffeine, JavaFit offers our great original roast in a decaf, using the Royal Selected Water Decaf process filtered through charcoal, resulting in a 99.9% caffeine-free and 100% chemical-free, full-bodied gourmet coffee. Contact your local FDI Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with with Dead. Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, Ninth Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And, again, don't forget, the trilobites, there were billions of them. There are 25,000 species, the most successful animals ever in the history of the Earth. And it took them 100,000 years, but they all died out from hypoxia, low oxygen, because of the glaciers cutting off the food supply to the oxygen-making plants. And the dinosaurs had 1,200 species. You had 2 billion dinosaurs, and they were spread out on all the continents. And it took 100,000 years for them all to die out. It wasn't a meteor hitting the Earth and a cloud of dust killing the dinosaurs. That was all nonsense information. It took 100,000 years for all the species of dinosaurs to die. And these dead zones, I'm very concerned about them because we have all these. The biggest one is in the Arabian Sea. It's 66,700 square miles of dead zone. There's 10,000 glaciers in India, and there's hundreds and hundreds of man-made dams that also dammed up these streams and cut off the food supply to the plants in the Arabian Sea, and that's why it's the number one dead zone in the world. Same thing with the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia, on the east coast of Queensland, Australia, they have 183 dams. They've, hydroelectric, for water storage, for irrigation, all that kind of stuff. And they cut off the food supply to the algae in the Great Barrier Reef, and there's actually 2,900 small reefs make up the Great Barrier Reef, and 900 islands make up the Great Barrier Reef. The northern 25%, the southern 25% are okay because they didn't touch those creeks and small rivers and things like that, so they're still getting their minerals. And of course, the oceans require 50 billion, with a B, 50 billion tons of silt every year to perform properly. And of course, we've dammed up all these rivers all over the world, and that's why we have the problems we have. It's not global warming because of fossil fuel. That's all wrong. Well, how do you know that, Wallach? Well, I'm the guy that figures it out. Why did I figure it out? Well, I'm the guy that figured out that cystic fibrosis was not genetic. It was a simple nutritional deficiency disease. I'm the guy that figured out that muscular dystrophy was not genetic. It was a simple nutritional deficiency disease. I'm the guy that figured out that son of a death syndrome was not mothers laying on their babies. It was a simple nutritional deficiency disease. All right? And so these things are unimpeachable. I don't know. We have a few minutes left here. Do you have a pearl of wisdom you want to share with us, Doug?
Yeah, I've got a story here. Headline: Spirulina offers benefits of people with Parkinson's disease. It's been around for decades. In fact, the Aztecs used spirulina to boost their endurance and treat various diseases, hailed as a superfood. And in this study from India, they found that giving spirulina to rats increased their locomotor activity and symptoms that mimic Parkinson's disease. And in another study, they looked at the effects of spirulina on fruit flies that had been exposed to paraquat, a herbicide that the side effects are close to those of Parkinson's disease. And they said for decades, it's been understood that inflammatory changes in the brains of patients with Parkinson's disease, but only in the last few years has the inflammation been viewed as part of the cause of Parkinson's disease, not only as a result of the disease. Overall findings suggest that spirulina can be used to improve the lifespan and locomotor behavior of people with Parkinson's disease. It provides nutrients like vitamins and minerals, improves gut health, lowers blood sugar, lowers cholesterol, and boosts metabolism. So there you go. Get yourself some spirulina.
Well, that's why we like the Fucoid Z and the Ocean's Gold, because it has all those minerals from the sea, 2 different oceans. And I take 3 capsules twice a day of the Fucoid Z. Some people prefer our liquid called Z Radical, but I travel so much I take the capsules that are lighter. I don't have to pay extra for extra weight. And then, of course, the Ocean's Gold, it has all these minerals from the ocean's plants, including, things like spirulina, the various types of seawater plants. But it also has all this other stuff in there that supports your immune system, brain function, heart function, bone marrow function. And so that's why I take 3 each twice a day of the Ocean's Gold and the Fucoid Z. Add to that, and you will add many healthy years to your life. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific time at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. And we do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And this is Martin Luther King weekend. This coming Monday, of course, is Martin Luther King Day. And I want everybody to think about the book and the 2 CDs, CD1 and CD2, Black Gene Lies. There are no genetic diseases in the black population. Repeat that. There are no genetic disease in the black population. There are no, what did they say? They also have the book Epigenetics, the Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission. There's no, none of these diseases where they're blaming your immune system. You know, these autoimmune diseases, there are no such things, okay? Doctors would say that when they didn't know the answer, so they didn't want to say, I don't know. So they said, oh, your body's attacking itself. Oh, you have lupus. Oh, you have psoriasis. Oh, you have irritable bowel syndrome. Charmaine?
Yes.
What causes irritable bowel syndrome in the intestines?
Gluten intolerance, gluten alert.
Okay, is it an autoimmune disease?
Heck no, it's what you eat.
Yeah, okay. And then what about birth defects? Are they things? Are they genetic?
Absolutely not. And you and I both met a person, remember, that didn't want to sign up because they thought you were prejudiced. I said, you're not prejudiced, that, homosexuality is a birth defect, and then the person admitted their mother was an alcoholic. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't like to call it a birth defect. It's a when people have a gender issue. Okay, I'll call it a gender issue as opposed to a birth defect. These people are very intelligent. They can perform any job they want to perform, and so forth. So it's not like they have some mental deficiency, but it does. The hypothalamus part of the brain controls who you're going to chase for sex and who you're going to allow to chase you for sex. And if mom's not getting what your hypothalamus needs as it's being developed when you're an embryo, you get short-circuited. And so even though you have all the equipment between your legs as a boy, you may act like a girl, just like these swimmers. They're having all these swimmers now who are, they have the equipment of a male, but they believe they're a female because their hypothalamus was not fully developed as an embryo. And so that's where they're having all this political stuff over these swimmers, because these male swimmers who claim to be female are, which they say they're hammering the females because they have the hormones and all this kind of stuff of males, but their hypothalamus tells them they're a female. And so this has to do with nutritional deficiency during the development of the embryo, and it occurs in animals too. In Africa, the species of animals that has the greatest number of gender issues are giraffe, of all things. Okay, giraffe, elephant, lions and tigers and bears. It happens in cows very much. Farmers know about cows that think they're bulls and bulls that think they're cows and stuff like that. That's very common. And so those gender issues are quite common in all vertebrate species. It may even be true in other species. I haven't, looked at them, but certainly in all vertebrate species, it's quite common. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific weekdays at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, Knife Like Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Remember, one of the most dangerous places in America is an American hospital. CDC came out about 5 weeks ago, said the number 3 cause of death in American hospitals is medical errors, medical doctors' errors. Okay, 250,000 are killed each year by medical doctors' errors in hospitals. And they said, this was the CDC, not me, they said that only 10% of the medical errors are actually reported. Okay, so if 250,000 is 10%, that's 2.5 million. Okay, medical errors occur in hospitals every year. Why is it that they can stay in business? How can a business stay in business if they kill 250,000 of their customers in their workplace every year? That's because people who go to the hospital, they have to sign a release. So if the doctor or the hospital kills them, they can't sue. Very clever. All right, let's see here. Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Chicago, Illinois. And Tom, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Tom, you're on the air. Hi, how can we help you?
Hi, Doc. Thanks for having me on again. So I got 4 questions. I'm going to try to get through them the best I can here. Question number 1, you diagnosed me with osteoporosis of the skull. I got the supplementation rundown. I don't need to go through that again. I started December 4th. I supplemented good and consistent for about 3 good weeks. Did the gluten-free diet very strictly. Before I started supplementing on December 4th, I got hit with a nasty cold. I mean, a hard one, and I probably haven't gotten sick like that for 5 or 6 years. So I was sick all throughout my first initial month of supplementation. How much can a really nasty cold impact a supplement protocol? Because I thought supplementing would have helped kind of the sickness and the cold virus run its course, but it didn't. So that's kind of my first question.
Well, it depends on how much nasty stuff you're doing. If you're eating gluten when you have a cold, you're not going to absorb the nutrition. Or if you're getting nursed by somebody who is eating gluten, you're getting cross-contaminated, so you're not able to efficiently absorb the nutrients. So you can't expect a full result. Second question. We got lots of people waiting.
Absolutely, Doc. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was completely gluten-free, but I'm around gluten a lot, so that's helpful, too. It's in regards to the MTHFR gene mutation and folic acid, converting folic acid to methylfolate. I noticed that you have a little bit of folic acid in the synaptive and the rebound as well. The Tangy Tangerine 2.5, actually, that has the methylfolate. How important is it that I get one of those tests, the MTHFR gene mutation test, and how much can the folic acid impact somebody, in this case myself?
Okay. Well, folic acid is required to make red blood cells. No folic acid, no red blood cells. It's an essential nutrient. It's not something you can opt out of. Next question.
Oh, okay. Okay, Doc. Benzodiazepines. I was on Ativan for 5 months in around October 2016 into 2017. You diagnosed me with osteoporosis of the skull. I told you I had no hunger, no appetite. I don't ever feel hungry, and that's still the case. I don't get satisfied after my meals. It seems when I was on the benzo, I woke up one day and my hunger and my appetite was gone. I was wondering what the mechanisms behind, for instance, what would be the mechanisms, like if I lost my appetite, would that be the Ativan depleting calcium stores and other essential minerals?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, it's a loaded one. It's a tough one on that one. Last question, Doc. Pollen. I heard you talk about pollen before. Pollen on one of your shows and possible adverse effects of pollen. I work around a plant shop. I'm around plants and flowers all day, particularly a lot of plants, flowering plants. How adversely could that affect somebody's strength and energy and cognitive wherewithal and all that stuff? How much of an impact could pollen have?
Pollen is a foreign protein, and you have to deal with it, and your body's going to think, is this an invader? Is it just sort of a neutral thing, or what's going on? So it actually sucks up a lot of your defenses to deal with pollen. You do not want to be inhaling pollen, even if you're not allergic to it. Back after these messages.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 9 O'Clock Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Sylvia, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Sylvia. You're on the air. How can we help you?
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I want to thank you, before anything else, for everything that you do. I have an update. I called you before in regards to my lazy eye that the doctor said I would never see, and I let you know that I was progressing and I was seeing. I've gotten to be able to read like half a centimeter letters. So
wow.
It keeps getting better and better, and I am so thankful for you. And, of course, I thank God every day.
Well, thank God.
Yes, and then I have two quick questions. One
Okay,
of
well,
them
thank you for the
is,
testimony.
Okay, well, thank you for everything. My granddaughter, she's going to be 3 years old, and she's had a cyst on her upper lid for over 2 years. Like it goes up and down, but it doesn't vanish. And she's been drinking her Tangy since, before when her mother was pregnant. So she's a healthy baby, but for some reason the cyst doesn't just go away.
Okay.
And that's my number
All
one
right.
question.
Okay, well, let's stop there. Do you know how much she weighs?
Yes, she's 36 pounds.
Okay. Okay, so, Charmaine, what would you give a 36-pound kid that has a cyst on her eye that goes up and down?
I get them on the kids' toddy and EFAs, and I'd
throw some Z-Radical in there.
Yeah, Z-Radical, and
Liquid.
can they break up some hair, skin, and nails to deal with it, or not?
You throw that, yeah, because it probably has to do with the plug eyelash, where the eyelash comes out of. Okay, so that's probably what's going on there. So, yeah, I'd go with the Kids Toddy, the Cherry Mints, the EFAs, and you can try opening up a couple of those hair, skin, and nails and throwing that in there. The dosage thing is on the back label of the Kids Toddy. Use the same dosage formula for the Cherry Mints. And then call us on that one, okay? What's the next one?
Okay, I will. Thank you, doctor. The next one is my coworker. She has skin problems. The doctors, she also has reproductive problems. She has anemia. The doctors have told her that they want to remove her ovaries, and she wants to get pregnant. She's 33 years old. She's had kids before, but now she's had, like, her period is all over the place. Sometimes she gets it, sometimes she doesn't. So a lot of problems in regards to that. And she has skin problems.
How much does she weigh?
Her brothers, she weighs 185 pounds.
Okay, you say one of her brothers is what?
One of her brothers had the appendix removed.
Oh, okay. All right, when you have appendix removed, that's because of gluten? Because the appendix is where your small intestine joins the big intestine. When you have a gluten problem, the appendix oftentimes gets inflamed and infected. So what would you do, okay, Charmaine, for Sylvia's friend here who has a skin problem, 185 pounds.
Well,
and
first
she's
of all,
she's got a reproductive problem.
Yeah, they need to get on a gluten-free diet for sure. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, no oils. That's going to help a lot right there. And then I would get them on, to save money, I'd get them on one healthy bone and joint pack and one healthy brain and heart pack. And obviously, and then vitamin D3 for absorption, of course, and also MSM and Fucoid Z. And that should take care of most of the problem.
Yeah, that's where I would start. Absolutely. You get an A+ here. And so let us know, okay, Sylvia, because, this is a very common scenario. And it's kind of funny. Your friend wants to have babies, and the doctors want to take her uterus out, or take her ovaries out. I don't understand their thinking. Maybe they have a kid in college and tuition is due. All right, let's see here, Doug. Let's go to another caller.
All right, let's head to Arkansas. And Steve and Cindy, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
Hi, Dr.
How can we help you?
Hi. My name's Cindy. I was just recently diagnosed with follicular lymphoma of the face, head, and neck. They haven't done a PET scan to find out if it's spread to any of the organs, but I have friends, of course, that are coming out of the woodwork suggesting things to me, and one of them was the beta-glucan that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work for something like this?
Okay, well, you can't use one. Well, you can't use one nutrient. That'll help support the immune system, but you need the 90, and better yet, you need the 215. So how much do you weigh, Cindy?
I weigh 130.
Do you have any other issues, any diabetes, high blood pressure? Could be 60?
No, I have I'll be 60 on Friday. I have arthritis and spondylitis. I have degenerative disc disease. I have those kinds of issues, but not, my blood pressure, everything else is fine.
And then you have the lymphoma.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Charmaine, what would you do for Cindy? She got lymphoma, 130 pounds, but she has joint disease, disc disease, all kinds of stuff going on in her body. What would you do for her?
She's got to get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, roast, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils of any kind. And then I would get her on a healthy brain and heart pack, obviously. And she might even want to get an extra bottle of selenium to go with that. It comes with one bottle. Add another bottle. And then vitamin D3 for absorption. And Fucoid Z. I would make sure she gets some Fucoid Z. And I would also suggest she takes the Oxybody Cherry Berry.
And what about the collagen peptides?
Yes, collagen peptides. I take that every day, but Jan cooks for us, and I have it in my shake every day because I don't make it. I just don't think about it. But yes, I have it every day.
You need to have a scoop of that collagen peptide powder in her drink in the morning and in her drink in the afternoon, Cindy. Okay, and that's going to help your immune system to help you be protected against the cancer, but also it's going to help you with joint health, skin health, bone health, and when you have all these problems with the disc and the joints and so forth. And then, let's see here. And Char, you said the Fucoid Z, you said?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, you get an A+ for that one. And then give us a call next time you go to the doctor and get another exam and bring us up to date, and we'll walk you through this. You can have a very good outcome here because everything you have is actually amenable to supplementation when you're supporting your body's immune system. And Char gave you a perfect program to support your immune system as well as your structural needs. And a lot of people, they just want to get rid of the pain. You get rid of the pain, you still can have structural problems and immune problems. So just getting rid of the pain is not the answer. And so, but if you do have pain from these joint problems and back problems, what would you give her for getting rid of the pain?
The CM cream, and she can put some trauma oil in it and put it on topically wherever there's pain. And that. There
you go. And also another option is a Soothe or Hemp FX CBD oil. Every time I think of pain, I think of Dr. Oz quitting his TV and radio stuff to just run out and sell CBD oil. Maybe he'll join us. That'd be cool. Okay, we'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific Time weekdays at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, True Aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. For life's everyday aches and pains, such as sprained ankles, pulled muscles, and other bumps and bruises, try Ancient Legacy Trauma Oil. which contains essential oils traditionally known to help with pain, swelling, and inflammation. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Youngevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, Ninth Life Crusade. And let's see here, Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
Let's head to Las Vegas, Nevada. And Tamara, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Tamara, you're
hello,
on the air.
Dr.
How can we help you? Hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
My husband has been enjoying your products for some time. He has Tachy-Brady, a type of sick sinus syndrome related to atrial fib. And the doctor just told him that he needs a pacemaker. I wanted to know your opinion on pacemakers, and are there any other options?
Okay. How much does he weigh, and how old is he?
He is 63. He weighs 258 pounds.
Does he have any other issues? High blood pressure, diabetes?
High blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, had a stroke in 2018. He has aphasia.
Okay. Now, does he have any ringing in the ears or balance problems?
No.
Okay. Did he ever have Bell's palsy or trigeminal neuralgia?
No.
Okay. Does he have anything going on with his arms and wrists and hands?
He's had a rotator cuff surgery.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Charmaine, what's going on here with Tamara's husband? You know, he's got AFib, atrial fibrillation.
Yeah. Well, that's an osteoporosis of the skull and back.
Yep.
Definitely.
And his skull is squeezing his spinal cord. That's why he had the rotator cuff stuff going on. And, of course, he's got high blood pressure and diabetes. So what would you do for Tamara's husband? We only have a few moments here. AFib is caused by what?
AFib is caused. It's a mechanical problem. The
osteoporosis of the skull.
Yeah, and the nerve that controls your heartbeat goes through your backbone into your heart, and it gets squeezed, and it's a mechanical problem. So basically, first of all, he's got to get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, no oils. And then, because he's got diabetes too, I would get him on a healthy blood sugar pack because he needs to because of his weight or more.
Mm-hmm.
One blood sugar pack for the diabetes and one brain and heart pack for everything else. But then I would add to it glucogel, MSM, Fucoid Z. This is all for the other problems. And
osteoporosis of the skull.
Yeah, and vitamin D3 for absorption, so he can absorb all that.
What about the high blood pressure?
Okay, for that issue, I would get him Ultimate Daily Classic. Very important.
3 of those twice a day. Yep. And it'll support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow. All of these things are caused by nutritional deficiencies. Give us 90 days, Tamara, before you even, because what they want to do, I'm assuming, is they want to cut him open, take his heart out, and do an ablation. Did the doctor talk to you about an ablation?
No, they want to do a pacemaker.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I wouldn't say worse.
The Healthy Start Pack and MSCM and glucogel for about a year.
Okay. Yeah, well, he needs more. He needs a bigger hammer here. He needs a Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. He needs the MSM. He needs the collagen peptides, a scoop of that in his drink at breakfast and a scoop of that in his drink at his dinner time. He needs a vitamin D3, as Shar said. And he also I wouldn't hurt to have him take the ultimate, beyond OsteoFX. He can take 2 servings of that a day. And let's see here. That should cover it, because we got to rebuild his skull to take the pressure off that 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, which is what causes the AFib when it gets squeezed. Okay? And usually what they want to do is cut them open, take their heart out, put a hot branding iron on the heart, and that procedure, ablation, has a very high mortality rate, a very high death rate, and yet doctors continue to want to do that. So don't even, if they start talking about that's when you put your coat on and walk out the door, okay? You do not want to have an ablation, because this is just osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the nerves, squeezing the spinal cord. All his problems are due to nutritional deficiencies, and he's got to get rid of, what has he got to get rid of out of his diet, Charmaine?
Gluten, no gluten.
Yeah, so he's got to be able to absorb all this nutrition. And a big fellow like him, 258 pounds, he needs to stay away from gluten so he can maximize absorption of these nutrients. And they turn around very quickly. I mean, we've seen thousands of these turn around very quickly Shar and I have been working together 30 years, and this is a very common problem, easy to deal with. So we want to hear great testimony from you guys. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Great stuff today. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Superlative job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless the national anthem. And God bless America.